Are you the meanest person you know? Not to anyone else. Goodness, never. Just to yourself. If so, you're not alone because we all have this voice that follows us around and critiques everything we do. And she's supposed to be helping us. But let's face it, she can be a bit mean and she's kind of a liar. So today I'm going to give you 3 strategies to call a truce with your inner critic and get out of your own way. Listen, examine, act, and ask. The first is just to listen. I mean, we spend so much time trying to run from what our inner critic has to say. We adopt all these unhealthy coping mechanisms trying to get away from that voice. So the first thing we need to do is just get really comfortable listening. We don't have to take it seriously. Consider the source. Your brain is not the owner of all truth. Just because you have a thought doesn't make it true. So if you just stop and listen, a lot of times you can move on to step 2, which is examine. Examine the thought. With clients, I think about put the thought on a table in front of you and then walk around the table and see it from all sides. You can be asking yourself, does this thought make actual sense? Does it seem true? A lot of times when you start to really look at the thought, you're like, that doesn't actually on its face make any sense. For instance, you're about to start something new and your inner critic is like, oh, you're such a failure, you're gonna fail, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Okay, are you a failure? I mean, once you take that out and put it on the table, you can probably think of plenty of times where you failed like all of us and plenty of times where you have succeeded. So when you see the thought and you examine it, you can be like, well, I mean, am I a failure? I have failed like all humans, but I've also succeeded. I can feed into my brain all this counter evidence to this thought as well. And that will bring you a lot of peace. Then you can follow the 3rd step, which is to act or to ask. To act means, okay, I heard you. Thank you, inner critic. You have been heard. I see that this is very important to me and I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to fail. Whatever that script in your head is that's running, you're right. So what acts do I need to do to make sure that doesn't happen? The other thing you can do is ask. Just tag on to the end of whatever the thought is, the words, so what? You're gonna fail. So what? You're gonna embarrass yourself. So what? She looks a lot better than you in that dress. So what? What you find is a lot of the things you're thinking inside that you feel are such torment, when you really take them out, put them on the table and examine them and ask yourself, so what? It takes away their power. You find out that actually you don't really care that much. If you find that you do still care, just go right back to the act step and ask yourself, what actions can I take now to resolve this? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you want to keep learning, click right here. If you want to let me know what you think, please leave me a comment. I answer all my comments. Like and subscribe before you leave, and until the next one, be well.